Okay, so have you heard about this whole quantum computing thing? It seems like it's absolutely everywhere these days.
Yeah, definitely all over the news.
Right. Like stocks just going crazy, promises of completely changing the world.
Yeah,
But is it all just hype? You know?
could be. Yeah,
That's what we're going to try to figure out today, right?
absolutely.
Taking a deep dive into the reality of quantum computing,
Yeah.
especially after reading this article. Quantum computing hype, what's going on? Have you seen this?
Oh, yeah, great article.
It seems like a good place to start.
Definitely a lot of noise out there to cut through,
Right. It is. It is.
especially with these stock prices.
Oh, tell me about it.
Going crazy.
Some of these companies, D-Wave, Rigetti, IonQ, their stocks have gone up like 1,000%. That's insane.
That's wild, yeah.
And what makes it even crazier is that they're not even making any money yet.
No revenue streams, really.
So then why are these investors going crazy?
That's what makes it so interesting, right?
Yeah.
We need to understand why they're going nuts for companies that, like I said, barely have any revenue streams.
I think there's a belief that quantum computing is the future, but is the reality matching the hype? That's kind of what we're trying to figure out.
Exactly.
Okay, so let's break it down.
Yeah,
For those who need a refresher, what is quantum computing?
sure.
What makes it so different from the computers we use every day?
Well, at its core, quantum computing utilizes the strange rules of quantum mechanics to carry out calculations.
Quantum mechanics.
Yeah,
Mm.
traditional computers, use bits, which are like tiny switches either on or off, representing one or...
Right, the ones and zeros, I got it.
Quantum computers use qubits, which can be both 1 and 0 simultaneously.
Wait a minute, both at the same time. How does that even work?
Well, it's thanks to a concept called superposition.
Superposition.
Yeah, and it actually gets even weirder.
Weirder.
Qubits can also be linked together in a process called entanglement.
Entanglement, huh?
This means that the state of one qubit instantly influences the state of the others, no matter how far apart they are.
Wow.
So it's like spooky action at a distance.
Okay, yeah, it's a little spooky.
This interconnectedness gives quantum computers the potential to tackle problems that are impossible, even for the most powerful classical computers.
Okay, yeah, I'm starting to see why people are excited.
Right.
It's like unlocking a whole new level of computing power.
Exactly. And the potential applications are, mind-blowing.
Like what?
From like revolutionizing drug discovery and materials design to optimizing complex financial models and logistics.
Interesting.
Some people even think quantum computers could crack the encryption codes that protect our online data.
Whoa, that's a scary thought.
It is. Yeah.
So if it's so powerful, why aren't we all using quantum computers right now?
Well,
What's the holdup?
the challenge is in controlling and scaling these systems.
Okay.
Current quantum computers are incredibly delicate.
Delicate, huh?
Yeah, they're highly susceptible to noise and errors, which makes them unreliable for those complex tasks we were just talking about.
So it's like having a super fast race car that keeps veering off the track.
That's a perfect analogy.
Okay.
And on top of that, we need to increase the number of qubits.
How many more are we talking about here?
Today's systems only operate with around 100 qubits, and to really unlock the true potential of quantum computing, we need systems with millions of qubits.
Millions of qubits, okay.
Stable, error-free, millions of qubits.
That seems like a long road ahead.
It really is, and it brings us back to the stock market frenzy, right?
Right.
Investors are just betting on this future potential,
Yeah.
but that potential is still years, maybe even decades away.
Yeah.
Take the Amazon Quantum Embark program, for example.
Okay.
They're offering cloud-based access to quantum computers that are still under development.
So it's like selling tickets to a concert before the bands even learn their instruments.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, why would Amazon, a company known for its practicality, make such a move?
I think that's the million-dollar question, isn't it?
Yeah.
It seems like a calculated gamble to me.
Yeah.
Like they're trying to position themselves as the leader in a market that doesn't even fully exist yet, betting that quantum computing will become as ubiquitous as cloud computing is today.
That's interesting, but it also makes you wonder about the responsibility of these tech giants
Yeah,
in fueling this hype.
I agree.
Are they setting realistic expectations, or are they contributing to a potentially dangerous bubble?
That's a great question.
It is, and we'll dive into that in just a bit.
Good.
Yeah, like everyone's rushing out to try and get a piece of it,
Right.
but nobody even knows if there's really going to be anything to get.
Total Wild West, yeah.
It is a total gold rush mentality.
Yeah, and that brings up another thing too.
Okay.
Kind of another layer of complexity.
What's that?
This whole ethics thing.
Yeah, the ethics.
This article highlighted this debate between two experts, actually,
Yeah.
Aronson and,
Scott Aronson.
yeah, and Edward Farhi.
Yeah, they have very different views
Very different views.
on how scientists should talk about their work.
Yeah, like how much responsibility they have.
Yeah, well, Aronson, he's worried about misleading claims,
Makes sense.
especially when it comes to something this complex.
Yeah, it's not easy to explain.
So he believes that scientists have this responsibility to make sure that their findings are communicated
Accurately.
accurately, yeah, to prevent potential harm
Mhm.
to investors or even just like the public trust in science in general.
Public trust is huge, yeah.
But Farhi, on the other hand, he's saying,
Well, he thinks that scientists should just, focus on the research.
yeah, it's just a
Like doing the research and publishing it accurately, and then that's it.
So how it's interpreted by, the public,
Other people.
other people, yeah, that's not really their problem.
Their problem, yeah.
So where's the line,
Right.
Where does the scientist's responsibility end and somebody else's begin?
And that's a really good question, and it's tough because,
Especially when you're talking about money.
especially with, the stock market involved and all of that.
Right, right.
And for you listening right now, I think what's really important is
Yeah.
having a critical eye.
Totally.
When you're looking at this, don't just believe the headlines.
Don't believe the hype.
Yeah, go deeper.
Look for deeper explanations, right?
Exactly.
Try to find multiple perspectives to really get a balanced understanding.
At the whole picture.
It's like, if it sounds too good to be true,
It probably is.
it probably is, especially when it comes to investments.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
So remember, genuine progress takes time,
Always.
and we are talking about a significant gap between the lab and real-world applications.
Yeah, to get it from, the lab to you and me,
Yeah.
it's going to take a while.
A lot of testing, a lot of breakthroughs, a lot of patience.
Yeah.
It's a marathon, not a sprint, right? But even though we're probably years away from everyone using quantum computers,
Yeah,
I think it's important to start thinking ahead, right?
Yeah.
About what it could actually do for us.
I mean, the possibilities are huge.
Yeah, like, give me an example. What are some of the things that quantum computing could change?
Well, imagine a world where drug discovery is like super fast.
Yeah.
And we're just finding cures left and right.
For diseases that, we've been fighting forever.
Right, exactly. And not just that, but materials.
Okay.
Like designing new materials with, crazy properties we can't even imagine right now.
So it could revolutionize energy, transportation.
Pretty much anything, yeah.
And what about artificial intelligence? I mean, that's a huge one.
Oh, absolutely. Quantum computing could totally change AI development.
It could really accelerate everything.
Yeah, think about robots, self-driving cars, even just data analysis.
That's exciting, but it's also a little scary, right?
A little bit of both, yeah.
So we got to start thinking about the ethical implications now.
It's important.
What happens when these computers get so powerful they can break all of our encryption?
That's a big one. Privacy and security would be totally different.
And what about AI? How do we make sure it's used for good?
That's the question, isn't it?
We can't just wait for all this stuff to happen and then try to figure it out.
No, we need to be proactive.
We got to anticipate the challenges, develop some guidelines.
Frameworks.
Yeah, frameworks for how we're going to deal with this.
Absolutely.
So if you're listening to this and you're like, whoa, my head is spinning,
It's a lot to take in.
it is a lot.
But that's why we're doing this, right?
That's what this deep dive is all about.
Exploring the unknown.
Trying to understand this complex topic.
And I think this article had a good suggestion.
Oh, yeah.
They recommended this course on Brilliant.
Oh,
It's called Quantum Mechanics.
That sounds like a good place to start.
I think so, if you want to really understand the science behind all of this.
Yeah. And the more we understand,
The better.
the better we'll be prepared for the future.
Absolutely. Knowledge is power, right?
It really is a lot to think about. I mean, it's like we're standing at the edge of,
A whole new world.
yeah, a new frontier,
Exactly.
and we have to decide, how are we going to approach this?
Yeah, are we going to just rush in?
Yeah, all excited about the possibilities, maybe getting rich quick,
Blinded by the hype?
or do we need to, take a breath and,
Slow down.
yeah, slow down, be a little bit cautious,
Performed, yeah.
make sure we really understand what we're getting into.
I think that's the key.
And this isn't just about, scientists in a lab.
It's bigger than that.
This is about all of us,
Yeah, this is society.
Yeah, this is about humanity, right?
It really is.
So we need to embrace the challenge, but we also need to
Be smart about it.
be smart about it. Yeah. Keep asking the questions.
Absolutely.
Keep learning.
And keep talking to each other.
Yeah. That's what we've been trying to do today. right?
That's the whole point of this deep dive.
Hope you cut through all the noise
All the hype.
and try to really understand what's going on.
It's been great talking about all this.
Yeah, this has been fun.
Hopefully this has gotten you thinking.
Yeah, and we hope you learned something too.
Absolutely.
And if you want to learn more, go check out that course on
Quantum mechanics. Yeah.
quantum mechanics. It's a good one.
It is.
Because like we've seen, there's a lot of potential here,
Oh, yeah. Tons of potential.
but there's also a lot of risks.
Definitely some things to watch out for.
And the more we understand,
The better.
the better prepared we'll be for whatever's coming.
Exactly.
So stay curious,
Keep learning.
and we'll see you on the next deep dive.
Sounds good.
Until then, keep exploring.